If your website is not ranking well on Google, there's one fundamental concept you need to understand, and that is Google's EAT formula. Now, this is a formula that Google uses to actually distinguish what a good and bad website looks like. And we'll be diving deep into this topic in today's video, explaining how you can use this to your advantage and help you rank higher on Google and get more customers through organic marketing. So let's get straight into it. And we'll be diving into the different parts of the actual formula as well, so we can go into all the details. So what is EAT in the first place? Or let's just pronounce it EAT. There's actually a second version as well, which is EEAT, which is experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. However, just to make it super simple for you guys, we're just going to be focusing on EAT and not the EEAT version. So number one is expertise. So showcasing your deep knowledge and skills in your field through high quality content and credentials. This is very, very crucial to understand that Google can actually understand, and Google's algorithm understands if you're an expert or not. Someone with a PhD in the topic, if they write something, and this is exactly why when you see news articles or research studies, they will publish the actual person's name, and they will write down that, oh, this person is, like in a small bio, they will explain what this person does and why they're important for this particular topic. And that is exactly why those companies are doing that, and those news platforms, is because it showcases the actual credentials that the person holds to be talking about that content specifically. And this is why when they write high quality content and kind of share their deep knowledge, it actually stands out and ranks higher than the other, existing content. It's because of the fact they have the credentials there. So this also plays into the fact that authoritativeness is all about building a strong reputation and the recognition within your industry through citations and backlinks. Now, the strong reputation and recognition using citations and backlinks is all just a giant. It's a giant statement, all just to say that your website needs to be getting a bunch of backlinks from different places that are also reputable, not spam backlinks, but reputable backlinks that will actually showcase the fact that your website is not just a scamming website. It is being backed by a bunch of other websites that also are linking to it, saying that, hey, go check this out. This actually is a legit place. Browse here, shop here, whatever. For us as a web design agency, what we want is obviously our clients to backlink to us, but we also want possibly some sort of web design showcase company or like platform to be backlinking to us, or even for us, like directories are a really great way to get backlinks, which is getting our Google business listings, and just those generic business listings listed on a bunch of directories that are linking back to our website. That's another way to actually build authoritativeness. And again, trustworthiness, that's a demonstrate reliability and credibility through transparent practices and positive user experience. This is a bit of a jargon. This is a bit of jargon for what truly matters, which is that your content needs to showcase that you can be trusted and you are providing reliable information, and it's not just a bunch of BS. Now, you might be asking, oh, how can we do this? Don't worry, we'll be going into those details in further slides, but let's move on for now. So why EAT matters? It's because of quality content focus. Google's algorithm has shifted massively where they don't care about other stuff as much anymore, and they're mainly focused on providing high quality content to their users, which is their end customer, right? And they don't want to showcase terrible content because that just gives a bad experience. Like if you Google something and you find a bunch of stuff that is irrelevant, you're not going to be very happy as a customer. So that's why the search ranking impact this has is significant for any business owner to pay attention to. If you're thinking of organic marketing via SEO, then this is one of the biggest things that can play into it, because strong EAT signals can significantly boost your website's visibility and search results. It's just simple math. It's been like this for a bit now, and a lot of businesses still don't understand that quality content doesn't need to be difficult at all. And why MYL importance? EAT is crucial for your money or your life topics that affect users' well-being. Now, your money or your life is basically a category of businesses that could be, anything from finance related to health and beauty to fitness, even just investing, stuff like that, which is I would say quite a vast range of businesses. There's a lot of different industries that focus on your money or your life type of topics. That's where writing blog posts, creating content, and making sure that's quality content can play a huge, huge impact on actual rankings of your website. Because if you don't have EAT in place, your website's content will not rank at all. So building expertise. Number one, create original content, develop in-depth, well-researched articles that showcase your unique industry insights and knowledge. Do not copy-paste content. You can copy-paste outlines of content. That's one strategy that we use when we're kind of entering into a new industry, is that we will use the top ranking blog posts as an outline of what they are currently using. And so we can rewrite content by using the same outline/structure. Number two is you want to highlight qualifications. A good example of this is just a blog post that I read the other day, and I'll pop up a screenshot right now on screen. It is where the person actually mentions their credentials and their I think their degree, and how they have a PhD in something. And so that is actually a qualification that you should just be displaying to showcase that you actually have relevant authority around this particular topic or expertise. And sharing case studies is also a great way to do this. A lot of people think that Google's not smart enough to detect all this. I would, debate that any day, because I feel like Google's crawl bots and Google's algorithm has gotten so good, and they have the resources in place to kind of dive deep into your website and see, hey, does this person even have any reviews or case studies, or do they actually have any examples of where they've achieved the success that they're talking about in their blog posts? That's really where you're going to make a huge difference in how you're ranking for your actual website. So establishing authority is also an easy one. Number one is a quality backlinks. Earn links from reputable industry websites to boost your site's authority. This is simple. There's a lot of other videos talking about backlinks, but I'll most likely create a video talking about how to actually get backlinks in 2025 soon. But number one is quality backlinks. Number two is industry mentions. As mentioned, if you have, like for us in web design, or even in SEO, there's plenty of publications, news news article websites and stuff that talk about web design, SEO, conversion rate optimization, digital strategy, web hosting. For example, those are all places where you could be getting mentioned, and that's industry relevant. So that's another one. And I know for a fact that each industry has their own little niche article places, like niche article and news outlets and all that kind of stuff. So if you can try to get it featured on those and kind of have some sort of backlink coming from those, that's an easy way for you to do it. And number three is expert contributions. If you write guest posts and participate in industry events to showcase your expertise. Now, this is a bit of a complicated one, but when it says participate in industry events, what it means is that you need to be actually getting mentioned in an event on some other website, and it links to you saying that you're contributing members, and it says your name or your company's name. And writing guest posts is a simple one. You just want to post on other people's websites, and which with great information, and then obviously get a backlink there as well. But that's an easy one as well, where if you have, especially if you're an authoritative figure already in the industry, you're able to kind of capture that extra traffic by contributing to other people's websites, other people's blogs. So number three, developing trust. A professional design can actually be a huge boost in your brand's credibility and expertise. I've seen this time and time again where decent sized businesses that have been operating for maybe 10 years, 15 years have just mediocre websites which don't represent their brand. They don't represent the actual work they do. It downplays how big and successful you really are. And I think in a world we live in now, where people are so cautious about who they work with, having a professional and a good user experience for your end customer is very, very important. Nevertheless, it's actually really good for developing trust in the first place, which is what we want to do with EAT. But a professional design helps in everything, even conversion rates and security measures. So implement HTTPS and display privacy policies. But that's pretty standard stuff. Social proof, showcasing genuine customer reviews and testimonials, and being transparent. Providing transparency around what your processes are and what you do. That's all part of just writing good quality content, explaining what your service is and how you do what you do. So practical implementation steps. So do a content audit, number one. Number two, author bio optimization. So as mentioned, you want to have a small bio explaining who's writing the blog post and why their opinion even matters. And you can do this by simply asking yourself, like, hey, if I needed to convince someone that I'm really good for this blog post because the reason I'm really good for this blog post is ... I've got a degree, I've got a certification, I've been doing this for 12 years. You want to write all that stuff down. That's really what you want to be including. About page best practices. Again, with about pages, you want to have a lot of content about who you are, what your story is, how long you've been operating, how many customers you've served, some simple statistics and explanations around what your organization really does and what's it all about is a great way to optimize your about page. Credentials display. That's an easy one. Just displaying different credentials you've gathered over the years. Social proof and before and after examples are also a great one. This might not be relevant for everyone because before and after examples might be a bit more of a maybe in a financial situation where you've helped someone go from getting a house to not having any house or applying for a mortgage to getting their first home. So that's a before and after example. Or maybe you have a car detailing business, talking about before and afters. Simple stuff like that can also be a great way to improve your EAT and implement that. So common mistakes that we see businesses make is generic content. So it's kind of the opposite of what I recommended before, which is they have really shallow, unoriginal content that doesn't actually showcase any expertise. It's just generic, basic, usually copy pasted. Missing author info. Always include detailed author bios to establish credibility and expertise. I highly recommend this, and it's the first thing I would do if I was in your position right now. And poor security. If your website is not secure, it doesn't load up properly, it's slow, SSL certificate is not renewed or it's not implemented in the first place, and your website's not on HTTPS, honestly, there's no point. Just fix those problems first. Otherwise, you'll just be, pouring water into a leaky bucket and you're not going to be really getting anywhere. So measuring success, organic traffic growth. So you'll be able to see the actual traffic growth happening. I'm going to put up a screenshot right now of a website that we worked on, and in the past 6 months, we can literally just see a giant increase in actual ranking for the website. And I would recommend you do that as well. Just track it through SEMrush, or if you have Scrippy or Ahrefs, Ahrefs, using tools like that is quite simple. User engagement is also a great one. Google Analytics will provide most of this information to you anyway, where you can actually analyze how long users are staying on your website, how long they're spending and on certain pages, how much time you're spending on each page. And it's pretty easy to use Google Analytics for that as well. And backlink profiles, you can actually measure backlink profile using some of the tools that I mentioned earlier, like SEMrush, Scrippy, Ahrefs, even Agency Dashboard, which is one that we use for all of our clients. That's a great one where we can track all the backlinks and how many we have on each client's site. So that's the end of the video. I hope you found some of this information useful. If you actually want to book a consultation to analyze your website, I would highly recommend it. We do actually analyze websites on a daily basis. So it's pretty easy for us to just step in, look at a website, and see what we would recommend and how you can actually, improve your website's EAT score and get higher search rankings. But yeah, otherwise, if you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for future content. Otherwise, peace out. Thank you so much.